Hi guys, this is Shayla logging in from Shirakagans, and today we are going to make some elderberry syrup. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button below, so you can follow us in a lot of our shenanigans that we do, some of the stuff that we do as a family. Today the kids are at school, so I really wanted to get this done and get it ready for them, so that way when they get home I can make sure everybody gets a good dose of elderberry syrup. Elderberry syrup is a powerhouse for your immune system. Every time we feel the sniffles, or I hear a cough, or I hear a wheeze, I'm always pulling out that elderberry syrup and I'm like, all right guys, line up, and we'll do a teaspoon for each of the kids and a tablespoon for the adults, at least twice a day. Now, it really just gives your immune system that boost it needs to fight off coughs, colds, stuff like that. And right now is the flu season, so everybody around us is getting the flu, coughs, colds, all kinds of viruses, RSV, and I have our 6-month-old baby. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah. So we don't want to get her sick, so we're going to try to keep ourselves well so that way we can keep her well. And right now she has a little bit of cough and wheezing. So I'm like, okay, we need to get the kids better. We need to make sure that we sanitize. We need to make sure that we're using our essential oils, which we're big on essential oils. So let's get started, guys. So today I'm going to show you what I got. I got some elderberries. Now I got these off of Amazon. You can use fresh elderberry as well. Speaking of which, we are going to try to grow some elderberry plants, so make sure you subscribe to our video so you can watch how that goes in our garden. And we got some ground ginger. Now I really like to use fresh ginger, but I was out today, and with the fresh ginger I'll just cut off a piece of the root, and then I'll peel it and I'll dice it. I mean, not really dice it, I might chop it into a few chunks and throw it in, but today we're going to use ground ginger, so that's just fine. And then we're going to use a whole cinnamon stick. Love, love, love cinnamon. Ginger, by the way, is great for I can't think today of what is it called? I can't think. Inflammation. Thank you. Okay, inflammation. It's great for inflammation, and cinnamon is great for your immune system as well. So we're going to use those, and then I like to add clove in there for some good flavor for it. And then we're going to use some local raw honey. Now I got this from a local swap shop, and Richard's Honey, and he makes local raw honey out of, hang on baby, here you go, Deja Baba. And he makes local raw honey. It's great. I love it. It's great for allergies, all kinds of good stuff. I have the worst allergies ever, so I actually buy local honey just to take it as an allergy remedy, and this has helped me tremendously. So that's helps me. The only reason we put that in there is because the elderberry syrup is really bitter without something sweet. So what I recommend for vegan elderberry syrup is the agave, which is wonderful, and it's also WFPB approved. So that's great. Now also, let me go ahead and grab what else we're going to put in there. We're going to put in some Thieves from Young Living and some orange. Now that's also something else, if you don't have, you could omit that. The biggest thing is the elderberries. You've got to have the elderberries in there, hence elderberry syrup. So let's get started. So I got 4 cups of water here in my measuring cup. Hang on, let me get the baby. So we got 4 cups of water here, and we're gonna pour this into our pan. Whoops, and we're gonna spill it everywhere too, because that's just what I do. I just make messes. Holding a baby. You see that, baby? We make a mess. And then we're going to clean up that mess. Don't touch the phone. Wow. Okay. That's better. Water running everywhere. The hair dryer there. You guys will see what the hair dryer is for in a minute. So anyways, now I'm going to put some ground ginger in there. Again, I really like to use fresh ginger. So I recommend when you're doing your elderberry syrup, maybe if you're using this, you could use, I would say, a couple teaspoons. Now, I don't really measure, I just kind of do it. That should be enough, that's plenty. Okay, and then, yeah, that's a little bit more than a couple teaspoons, but I recommend a couple teaspoons. And then with the cloves, I just add a few in there. Again, that's helps with a wonderful flavor. And then we're gonna drop a whole cinnamon stick in there. Sorry guys, I would measure for you, but right now the baby is not having it. So there we go. We got all that good stuff in there. Now for the key ingredient, we're gonna put a cup. So we got the 4 cups of water. And we're gonna do a cup of elderberry. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so these are dried elderberries. And it's right about a cup right there. I'm gonna pour that in there. And I don't like to waste elderberries, so let me go ahead and get a spoon. Get these off the bottom from the water. And dump those in there. Now, you can also make these in a, what's it called, a pressure cooker, because the amount of time it takes to boil this. We're gonna boil this, and once it starts boiling, we're gonna reduce it and simmer it for about 45 minutes just to rehydrate those elderberries and get all that good stuff out of the elderberries. So bear with me and we will finish up after this is done. All right, guys, it is boiling. And I was feeding the baby. So I hope it didn't boil too much. We're gonna turn this down. We're gonna let this simmer for 45 minutes. Well, it's already been a while, so we're gonna do 35 minutes. Because it's been about 15 minutes since I left. So we're gonna do 35 minutes and just let this have a low boil. That's perfect. And when it's done, we'll finish it up. All right, guys, it's been right at 35 minutes, and now we're gonna go ahead and take this off the stove, and then we're gonna go ahead and pour it. We're gonna strain it, and we're gonna strain it right here into this cheesecloth, so bear with me so I don't make a mess. I put the cheesecloth in a strainer, so that way we could really smash up these berries in there. Oops. And get all the juice. What I'm gonna do is, well, I'm gonna try to smash these now. And squish them in there, because that's where a lot of your good stuff is coming from. I got a cinnamon stick, nice and soft. So we're gonna squish all this in there. We're just gonna keep squishing. So I'm gonna squish those. And I'll be right back. Guys, so I folded the cheesecloth in half, and then I just squished out all the juice. Some of the berries fell out, and you don't want to squish those in the strainer, because I made the mistake of doing that once, and I got berries actually in the syrup. So unless you plan on drinking whole berries, you really might want to use a cheesecloth. These just work really good. And now I'm gonna set this to the side. Now we got all of our beautiful elderberry syrup here, and then we're gonna put about about a cup of honey. That's just about all I have left anyways, so I'm just gonna pour all that in there. A cup of honey is good because, again, this stuff gets really bitter, and the kids have a problem taking it when it gets bitter. This bottle, hang on, let me actually close it and bang it a little bit. 3/4 cups honey, or half a cup of honey. Some people even only use 1/4 if you don't want that much honey. You could actually omit it altogether, so that way you don't have to have it. So we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna let that go upside down for a minute while we do our oils. Now I'm gonna use orange Young Living essential oil. I'm only gonna put a couple drops on it because this stuff, you know, is jam-packed with so much citrus in there from the pastas they make it. But if you want to put essential oils in yours, which I recommend it, because it just it's like, you know, a big oomph to your elderberry syrup. It's a powerhouse of just goodness in there. Now I recommend Young Living essential oils. Now, if you don't know anybody who does sell Young Living essential oils, I do, so you could always message me or hit me up and I could get you hooked up with some good stuff. Now, I use Thieves as well. A lot of people will do just like a cinnamon essential oil and orange and lemon, but Thieves has cinnamon and lemon in it and a whole bunch of other good stuff. And this is great for immunity. It's great for so many things, sanitation, all kinds of stuff, and it's all natural. So we just love this stuff. In fact, every time I start to hear the kids getting sick, then I just diffuse some of this, and now it's coming out. Am I out? No. Oh no. Okay, hang on. I got another bottle. Okay. Yeah, that one's all gone. So 1, 2, 3. We'll do 3. That's fine. We're gonna put the rest of the honey in there. And then we're gonna mix it. That sounds so funny. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Oh, we're gonna mix this up really good. I prefer to do it while it's warm because it really just helps distribute the honey, you know, melt it a little bit, and then it distributes a little bit more evenly. And now we're gonna go ahead and pour this into our bottles. You can pour it into whatever you want. You could do a mason jar, but I do these since I actually sell these on the side. And so let me get these in there. Guys, I am back and I got the elderberry syrup into the jars. Now my biggest thing is, my issue, not my biggest thing, I only had enough for 1.5 bottles. And that really sucks. I think I may have let it overboil, so a lot of the water evaporated while I was taking care of the baby. So this one I'm probably gonna pour into a mason jar, and we're gonna use that right away, and then I'll just repurpose the bottle. But this one is ready to go. So I got these off of Amazon, and this is how you're gonna, this is what the hair dryer was for. And so that way you can prepackage the elderberry. Let's put some milk on there. Let me get my sticker and we'll finish the last. Okay. All right, guys. Now we did get the sticker, and we're gonna put the final thing on the bottle, which this one's a little bit crooked because I'm trying to hold my phone. And there we go. Now I made these labels myself off my desktop with Avery labels. They work great, and that's how we do it. Now I decorate the top of the bottle with maybe like a ribbon or some type of a burlap type of ribbon, just to give it that rustic look. And I love these, and I actually sell these for $10, and our family will drink that one. There we go, guys. Thanks for tuning in.